And you get a bit of lore.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. And we skip the lore because I've already listened to it like 3 times.
I'm going to wait for italics instead of being a scallywag. But it is tempting.
I can actually not port to the bridge hilariously. Like, that option is grayed out in the menu. And then we launch the shuttle, and we have to go through the atmosphere.
Italics is going to come down somewhere about there. But we believe he's already there.
We are prepared to serve on the good ship. That's nice. Chat is ready to serve.
Are we ready to serve, chat? Who are we going to serve them to? How are we going to prepare them? Are you coming down
platter
through the atmosphere right now?
I'm landing. I landed.
Have you gotten
here
out of it yet?
I am now.
Ah, yeah, I'm looking down at you as you're getting out, yeah.
Did you see the landing, or did the shuttle just...
I think the shuttle was always there.
Yeah, I think the shuttle's always there. I don't know why you can't just skip if you've already seen it. It was cool the first time.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm down here with you. I
took one step too far.
Yeah, I took one step too far. Hold the lift.
I will hold the lift. Or you can take the ramp.
With these tiny little penguin legs? No.
Well, someone asked for a boat tour. You're about to get one. You're about to get the carrier tour because we have to wait for this elevator to go up.
The AI is already beginning. The AI has conquered Ursula. Chat has requested that they be served as a nice chowder. I'm not sure what that says about chat, but
I'm thinking fish and chips.
A British
yeah,
classic,
the AI like already gets to go, and we're going up the elevator.
Oh, we're gonna give a ship
the AI
tour
head
as well.
start. Okay, do we need to give our new ship a name?
The SS Cowardly Bass.
Cowardly Bass, like Cowardly Bastard, but shortened?
No, the bass, the fish.
Oh,
this is a ship.
Okay. I'm taking the elevator like a dignified individual.
I'm taking the stairs like someone who has not skipped leg day.
Who makes it first? Definitely the stairs. Not even close. But this feels better somehow.
Belial has suggested the Unsinkable 2, which I feel has a certain special something about it. Yeah,
technically, wouldn't this be the 3?
Yeah, that's true. Actually. All right, let's go.
Breaker on. Power to systems. We are ready to deploy from the dry dock.
Right, while you're getting this in the water, I am going to have a look at what...
All right, you like being the logistics guy. So you'll be the logistics guy.
Yeah.
We can do more roles this time. Right, you handle logistics and the vehicle loadouts.
Yep, sure.
I'll handle the actual holomap captain's seat.
Mm-hmm.
This is the power
Welcome to
slash...
the bridge of the ACC Epsilon carrier.
Okay.
The analysis of
Cease.
Desist. Ooh, this is a much better map than last time.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. I can throw
Okay,
that on.
so
It's pretty simple.
let's just say, remember like, excuse me, 5 seconds ago, first mate, I said I'm the hollow map guy, and I turn around and you're sitting in the captain's seat. I'm looking at your name tag there, sir, and it's not there. You don't have a name tag. Never mind.
But we do have much better islands set up this
Oh,
time.
that cluster in the north looks ridiculous up here.
And they're all high shields, aren't they?
Many of
Twos and
them, yeah.
threes. But the ones right around us are pretty nice, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I say let's go completionist. Let's go for volume up front. Let's just hit granite first. Okay, and just make it nice and easy. It's right there. We can take it quick. It's the furthest out.
Take it quick, yeah. Looking at the turrets it's got.
I say we just go turrets to Cherenkov and get the utilities, and then we get Vulcan. These are all one difficulty. We should be in and out like a fast food restaurant. And we can
Vulcan would give us both the Albatross and the Nemesis.
I don't know what the Nemesis is.
Sorry, not
Wait.
Nemesis. I was looking at an island named the Mantis.
Oh,
Manta, rather.
Oh, the Manta, yeah. I think we could take Granite and Cherenkov, and then we get Vulcan, we pick up the Manta, and then we use the Manta against Mnemonic, and then we can kind of decide where to go from there. Because that's a
Mnemonic
ground
will give us the
vehicle?
Walrus,
Okay.
and Nemesis will give us the Barge.
The second barge? I don't think we need one yet.
No, not yet. Well, though, to be honest, it would actually be really nice, because we were definitely feeling the effect of only having one before.
Okay.
Might
Then-
not have been too obvious, but it was definitely something I was noticing.
Okay, so here to Granite, Granite to Cherenkov, Cherenkov to Vulcan, Vulcan to Mnemonic, Mnemonic to Nemesis, and then we go for the 3 difficulty deadlock and secure fuel.
I think that is a pretty solid route. The only thing that might be useful is before we go for deadlock, if there is a possibility of going for one of the small munitions areas.
Yeah, true.
That might
we
be
could
useful
get,
because we might be running low by then. But I agree with Granite at first, regardless.
Yeah. Because, like, we also have Elwood and Thermopylae, which are both 1 difficulty, but we might be stretched thin on some other things by that point. But we'll see. It would be quite the distance to go from Mnemonic back to there. But yeah, let's start with Granite. Do you want to do the helm?
Sure, yeah, I'm happy to try that.
I'm happy to take care of the... Like, I want to be in charge of radar, torps, and actually, like, do the torpedoes right this time.
Sure, if you want to.
And I'll also
take
handle
the opportunity
arming...
to have a bit more
I'll handle
practice with
arming
it.
and disarming relevant weapon systems.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay,
I'm going to
so
set up
we
one
want
of
to
the
take
albatrosses straight away as a reconnaissance albatross. So I'm going to give it extra
Okay.
fuel.
Let's go ahead and check the weather. Wind is somehow behind us again, even with this reset. This keeps happening. It'll be fine when we're heading west. Okay, how is precipitation? It is a bit rainy to the north. Fog is also rolling in from the northwest. The ocean is behind us, though, so we're going to get there at great speed. All right, that's the main thing. When you get the opportunity, can you chart a course at about... If you want to be about 4, let's say 4.5 clicks away.
What's the heading?
Take us 288 degrees. Let's actually say 285. 285. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to configure the radar scope to be 10,000 meters. I can see our little barge friend there.
I'll pick a little barge friend. I'm going to set it up to bring us a couple of things.
Okay, so we're heading northwest to take this island. It's going to unlock turrets. The turrets it is going to unlock are not listed, but they are pictured. The little graphics. I wish I just wrote them out. What's the little eye? Ah, that's a 120 millimeter artillery gun, which we haven't used before. It's also got the little 3-prong. So it has a ground vehicle cannon, 40 millimeter. Oh, 20 millimeter autocannons. So these are the blueprint. These are the things it'll be able to manufacture, right? And then the fourth icon is like the little game of memory. That's my least best game. This is why I'm not going to be good at logistics.
No worries.
Like remembering what one icon looks like, and then yeah, okay, so that's 100 millimeter heavy cannons. The graphics need a legend or something. That would be good.
Yeah.
Falasar says, I played this game with so many people I was demoted to weather guy. you, you just check the weather every so often and be like, Captain Sir, there's some wind coming in from the northwest. And we got some rain clouds in the northeast.
That's just so perfect. Legitimately amazing.
All right, can you Jay, slightly adjust the heading to 287.
Aye, aye.
I love that I can zoom in and see the heading that we're actually going, and like the speed and stuff is all available from this chair. Perfect. So I'm curious how many people in chat have actually like played this versus have seen it for the first time today.
Actually, a good question.
Because I think a bunch of people were just like, this exists? What is this? What is your knowledge of an Aavak? Because I kind of like knew it existed for a long time. I think I had it on my wish list.
One of my
and I never
friends
pulled the
actually
trigger.
plays it occasionally with a bunch of their friends. So I had a vague knowledge of it, but vague is about as much as far as it could go. I literally bought it this morning.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, want to play later?
Yeah, pretty much.
How much later? I don't know, a few hours, you know, just later.
Alex does not believe in forewarning.
I didn't know it was something I liked until yesterday, I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm setting up the patrol. Some scouting.
Sounds good. Yeah, we need to get that sooner rather than later. Just be careful. We are plunging through the waves right now. It would be cool if it actually simulated the physics on the lift.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of awesome and terrifying.
so that you couldn't even have it coming up the lift.
We are about to hit a hell of a swell.
Oh yeah, it's big time.
More or less going with the waves, though. So, it is as it should be.
Okay, I would say go ahead and adjust the heading to 308.
Adjusting heading now.
We are approaching our destination. All right, that's good. Good direction. We've got great speed because the current is behind us right now.
Right. Could you look? Oh, actually, I can do it. Launching.
All right, prepare to
Uh-oh.
put her in park in a moment.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, I just cleared that wave. Oh, my lord.
Okay.
That was a bit worrying. Okay. Ready to throttle down on your orbit?
I'm waiting until I want to make sure that the edge of the island is within 5,000 meters so that our boat has plenty of room. We're looking to go to about X 5,000, Y 8,500 or so. Should be approaching it fairly rapidly.
Yeah.
Where are the X and Y coordinates? I guess they're on that map.
Which map are you looking at?
The X and Y coordinates on my map should be mirrored on your Helm's map.
Yeah, they're on all of the screens.
Yeah. All right, I'd say start slowing her down. And I would say point. Let's actually see. Where is the wind right now? The wind is just kind of not really there. We're in like a dead zone. So I'd say point north. Just point the boat north.
All right.
Due north, and then we can just kind of come to a stop. The bridge lights out is definitely an aesthetic.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Do you want to do target painting or should I?
Yeah, I'm happy to do target painting. I haven't set up any of the others with any particular equipment. So you may want to
I'm just
double
going to
check
take
what
the
they are
other
first.
albatross
All right.
and put her up in the sky. So we'll get that on deck. Radar is clean right now at 10,000 meters. Go ahead and arm the main gun for you. I would say, if we want to try and be conservative, save main gun barrages for 3 or more targets.
Agreed.
And cruise missiles for 4 or more. The main gun seems like more than enough. The cruise missile, I'm not really sure when it's very necessary.
Right now I'm just painting targets rather than fully scanning them.
Okay. Elevator is coming up with second albatross. Multiplayer stream. Yeah, we got a multiplayer stream.
Okay, now I'm going to start scanning them. Go. I'm
All right,
trying.
let me know before you. What?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me know if and when you fire the deck guns,
Will
so I
do.
don't get jump scared.
Right now, my main focus is on working out what's what, because there may
Right.
still be a one of the more heavily armored vehicles here.
Okay, I see the barge incoming too.
Mm-hmm. It's bringing along.
I'm gonna
fuel,
go ahead and
lots of,
launch our other albatross.
etc.
And I will take control of that albatross while the barge loads us on. So we're gonna give it altitude of 11 hundo.
Bring in the walrus chassis as well as some spare albatross and razorbills.
Hang on, say again.
The barge is bringing the walrus chassis as
Oh,
well as some
okay.
spare albatross and razorbill chassis.
Very nice. Stabilize the camera. Have you shown your chat the difference in like off, stabilized, and tracking?
Oh yeah, but I'll do it again. That is off. I'm not doing anything. This is just moving because the aircraft is moving. Then stabilized gives it a little bit better, but it still drifts. Tracking,
And then tracking.
forces the camera to actually try to track what you were originally looking at. So on a slower moving aircraft, it can actually be pinpoint accurate.
Yes.
And more or less just
so
sticks
like,
there.
I'll show the same. Turning off tracking, the camera is just going with the plane wherever it turns. It's fixed. Stabilized is just trying to account for vibrations and the turning of the plane, but tracking actually gives it like its own agency, so you can focus on a target. If you've ever played Battlefield in multiplayer, tracking is what you wish every single gun turret had, but doesn't for some reason. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Though, the way my... it's probably an indicator of my upbringing. The way my mind thinks of, like, tracking is... Have you ever held a chicken and just moved its body and its head stays perfectly still?
That's the carrier down there.
Yeah, I believe
But
I
it is, yes, it is
painted
like
everything.
a chicken, just bobbing its head like a camera gimbal. I forgot what they're called.
I can see all
Okay,
the seals
so
out.
are we ready to start eliminating some targets?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, main gun is armed.
Am I clear
What I'll
to
do
use it?
is you go ahead for the main gun. I'm gonna take the second albatross and try to take out single targets with some strafing runs. There's a cluster of 4 seals that you might be able to hit on the southwest of the main island.
Shot should be coming in. I'm not sure. It might have taken a little bit too long for it to target. Oh no, still
I'm gonna
managed
go
to
ahead and
get to
deploy the
them.
razors and kind of micromanage them as
Sure.
well.
Yeah.
I see 2 tangos down.
Kind of hoping that that other vehicle was coming in there. Sadly, it didn't.
All right,
It was
I'm going to try and
unpredicted.
not target the ones that you're targeting. I'm going to get the 2 that are by themselves on the southwest island.
Yep. I don't think I'm going to be able to target any more. Like, they're all just in pairs at this point. I don't think they're too interested in moving up any further than that. Maybe one exception.
All right, we got 1 heli airborne. Unfortunately, like, did you happen to configure a heli with guns instead of missiles?
No. I didn't really change the default configuration. I'm happy to if you want me to, though.
I can do it. It's just I accidentally deployed both. Chat if you want to see this one. The missile's at the bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah, I see it. Pop.
Boom.
Nice. So did you just use a razor bill to launch both of those missiles?
Yes.
Nice.
Well, actually, I think I used
really
the
well.
albatross to take one out. I used the albatross for one and the razorbill for another.
That was actually really good. Took out both.
And I'm gonna have the razorbill kind of come back.
Right.
And then I'm gonna change its armaments. I have to use double missiles because I've noticed that single missiles don't really seem to take out the seals.
Ah, okay.
Unfortunately. I'm happy to experiment more.
The nice thing with the razorbills, though, is they launch those missiles and then they can more or less just come straight back.
All right, I'm going to use the gun on these two. Oh, never mind.
Nice. Pop.
Nice.
That was a brilliant shot.
I'm glad you can cancel a support order.
Yeah.
So I didn't accidentally double dip there. Okay, bringing both the razorbills home, I have the other albatross going for a strafing run for the seal that I think is in the water on the southwest of the island. And
Yeah.
since I feel comfortable that we've thinned enough of these out, I'm going to go ahead and take the carrier in closer to the island so that we can deploy.
I'll set up the orders for the seal once it's
Sounds good.
in position to just get into land and deploy its drones. Actually, I'll wait for you to bring the carrier closer. I don't think there's really
Okay,
any need for me
helicopter's
to
already
do that.
landed. Perfect. AC-130 above. I wish we had some, like, Predator missiles. Is this a military operation against seals? Yeah, you ever heard of Australia? It's like that, except for seals. Or was that New Zealand? Who fought the kangaroos?
There are no kangaroos in New Zealand. Fatalities.
You're right. There aren't. The emus. The emu wars. Australia lost a war against the emus. Yeah. Alright, I'm getting really close to this side of the island. I don't think we'll encounter very serious resistance. But if you want to eyeball us as we come in.
Currently just watching the albatross take out something, but what do you want me to do?
Just keep an eye out while you're in the albatross for small arms fire against the carrier.
The only enemies on the other side of the island, so I very much doubt we're going to have anything to worry about there. And I do not see any kind of turret on this place.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and deploy, is it S4 that has the virus?
It is S1.
Okay, I'll let you handle that, but we should be in position
Sure.
to deploy the seals. We got one bogey on the western side of the island. I'll try and take him out with the... albatross.
Right. Mine is also moving in with... Oh, did it already take it out? Yes, it did. Okay.
I think you have to give it more space because it's currently at climbing. Did it kill it? Oh, it got it. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to bring...
reasonably competent, I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of surprised.
Having an AC-130 like vehicle in the game that you could deploy from some airfield islands would be nice. And then you could ship planes by having them fly to you. That would be cool. Like make the chassis elsewhere and then have them come land on the carrier.
That would be
sweet.
really cool. Yeah.
All right, I've got both albatrosses ready to or queued to land.
Okay.
So yeah, we could probably deploy the seals faster because we kind of cleared every single threat off the island before they even touched down.
Yeah. Do we want to set up some of our land-based vehicles and just deploy them early on? For
I
example,
think
if
so.
th-
The issue is
we
I
can
want to be
absolutely give them a
close.
CWIS, for example.
Yeah.
And even if it does take them a bit of time to get to the island, the idea is as they're approaching and taking down incoming air or what have you, we've got our own air dealing with land-based threats. When it comes time for them to get back aboard the carrier will have come closer because everything would have been cleared
Right.
out for them.
I think I'm just worried that there's a scenario in which they take so far to get, because they have to go maybe 4 or 5 kilometers in the water, that we clear all the threats and are ready to move the carrier up before they've even reached land anyway. So
Yeah, that's true.
maybe,
I mean, as long as you bring them within 5 kilometers and we have a plan ready to roll, it shouldn't be too bad. But your call on that one, because it could
Yeah, I think-
easily go either way.
I think we do like a 2-step process. We start at like this 4.5, 5 kilometer range. Take out the biggest clusters that are potentially threats. When we're transitioning to single target elimination, before we worry about that, we deploy the seals. Like we bring the ship in, deploy the seals. And then while they're going in, we pick off the stragglers while the seals are rolling in.
Yeah.
Because this time we kind of picked off the stragglers and then sent in the seals.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're in the middle of the sandwich.
Right, the virus bots are away. I've set up 2 walruses to be built.
It's crazy they can crawl that far.
They're just slow and very weak.
So for chat, there's our vehicle, the SEAL, the amphibious assault vehicle, deploys. One of them has this virus bot, and the virus bot can autonomously crawl to this command center and then capture it, thereby giving us control. But once it's deployed, the virus bot, the SEAL can just come on back to the ship.
Yep.
And then as long as the virus bot isn't intercepted by any enemies that we missed, we'll own the island and all of its production facilities and like factories and stuff. It's really cool.
Which was the next area that you wanted to hit? Was it Vulcan or Chernikov?
I believe we should potentially go up to Cherenkov.
Okay.
And then we have the option of grabbing Vulcan, or we can get Elwood. And then come back to Vulcan.
Elwood would give us
Because if we get Elwood and Thermopylae, we get large and small munitions. We just have to steer real clear of the obsidian.
Let me have a quick look at the munitions involved. Fairly certain that it is torpedoes and noise torpedoes. Oh, sorry.
All right, the seal. I actually want to go below and watch the seal come up.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Fairly well.
I don't know if I can get down there before it does.
Oh, rockets. Now that's actually an interesting one. And heavy bombs as well.
That's
bombs. Very interesting. Yeah, that's what Elwood has. Rockets, heavy bombs, and both types of torpedo. Thermopylae has 160, 120 mil. We're not actually using those.
Oh, I didn't make it in time.
Else.
Oh, I didn't realize you built... Are those the walruses?
Yeah.
So one of them has a Sea-Wiz on top.
Yep.
For taking out anti-air or anti-missile, right?
Yeah, both, really.
And then the other one has just a
30 mil.
30 mil turret? Yeah.
Good spot.
Okay, fantastic. I
Yeah.
didn't get here in time to watch it board.
It would definitely be worth us grabbing Elwood. Thermopylae, though, is mostly stuff we're not using yet and can't. So, Oh, that being
I think
said,
it was
actually, the
more that
120
it's like a
and
1-star
160.
should be fast.
Yeah, the 120 and 160, because our main deck guns, I think, are 160, so it would give us more deck gun ammunition.
Yeah. I really value the deck gun.
Yeah, no, agreed. I think that's actually a pretty solid choice.
Coming back up.
Okay.
What does the virus bot look like? I don't know. I've never actually
Uh,
seen the virus bot.
Well, the next time I deploy one, I'll let you know, and you can just use the camera on the seal to have a look at it. They're actually
Okay.
tiny little
Do you wanna...
insect-looking things.
That'd be cool. Do you want to just take us due north?
All right. All ahead full?
I would say just under the red. I don't know what that's called. 6,000-ish RPM. We saw one yesterday, but it was brief. I don't even remember that.
Little bit
Oh,
of a warning.
why is the island still red? Because the little bots are crawling? They kind of, they take a while. They're almost there. And then they'll have to capture the island. So as long as there's no enemies left, they'll just do their job while we're not there.
There is practically no wind right now.
I know, there's no winds,
It's
and
kind of wild.
we're in a weird
weird.
dead spot. The currents, though, are pretty favorable.
I'm gonna set Albatross ready. So we're heading for Chernikov next, right?
Yeah, basically I'm going to go due north, and since the command center is on the south, we're just going to take a turn, like a hard turn to starboard, instead of going directly in.
Watch it.
That way we can approach from an angle. I do wish there was a way to abort a ship launch. I mean, a plane launch.
There is.
Like, you can...
You press that
There
while
is?
it's yellow. I know, it might be too late
when
now.
I
It's on
press it,
deck.
it just goes. Like, if this gets all the way to the pad, like, and it's ready to take off, I think it just
Oh, sorry.
launches.
While it's still flashing green when it's...
Yeah. I mean, like,
moving up.
if we have a plane on the deck, I wish there was a
Right,
way to be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
actually, put that back under the ship.
That would be very useful. Yeah, I agree.
Seems like a basic carrier function. But, like, once it parks there,
Did
I
you
think it
want
just
to...
goes.
Was this a bad time to have launched it?
No. I was just thinking, like, in the situations like in the last game where we had a scout ready, but there's like, oh, enemy air contact. It's like, we don't want to have a scout on the deck. We want to stow it in case of damage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Basically to
Yeah, that makes
protect
sense.
it. All right, bots are converting the other base,
Excellent.
and we've launched a scout craft to go check out Cherenkov.
Got double fuel, so it will easily make it there.
I might do some target painting this time.
Yeah, by all means.
This would be cool in VR. You can play it in VR if you want. I would probably get seasick. The reason I would want to stow it instead of emergency launch it is because some ships have anti-air, and the second you launch it, their missiles are away. So if we see an enemy vessel or something like that, emergency launching it is just going to get it killed often. That scout's just going to go up in a fireball. If it's just sitting on deck waiting.
I wonder if there are submarines in this.
There aren't, I believe.
That's a shame.
There are torpedoes, but not subs.
Right, I've set up 2 other Razorbills. One with more infrared missiles, the other with the...
I am so
20
far
mils.
away. Oh, there we go. Okay, say that again.
I've set up
turned the
2 more... 2 more Razorbills, one with the 20 mil autocannon, the other one with more infrared missiles.
Nice. Was it infrared that it had before?
Yeah.
All right, doing some target painting on the new island. There's a lot of little autonomous vehicles on patrol here.
I'm going to order 4 40mm turrets.
For what?
So that they can be used...
What do they go on?
I believe they go on the walruses. They're basically this slightly bigger ground vehicle cannon.
Instead of just putting a 30 mil on them, you can put a 40?
Yeah, I believe. There are 100mm heavy cannons. I can only assume those are more for deck guns, rather like on small ships. If I can put them on a walrus, I'd be happy to do so. However, I do not think the walrus would survive firing it. And the same for the 120mm artillery cannon. That being said,
Okay,
actually,
there may be more to tag, but I need to check the map because we need to probably make a new maneuver.
Someone did mention in my chat that the 100mm can go on the walrus. I may have a very different idea of what the walrus is meant to be then. Because I was assuming the bear was what we were going to need for the 100 and 120mm artillery gun. But apparently the walrus can as well.
So what happens if you have both the steering lock and the bearing lock on simultaneously? Because we're taking an interesting path through the water at the moment. I assume the currents are just pushing us out.
The currents are just pushing us, yeah.
Okay. I would say adjust the heading to 73 degrees, please.
All right. Thank you very much, chat, for double checking that. We've experienced chat being wrong before.
Uh-huh.
It was an interesting experience. Explosive, some might say.
Explosive, yeah. So was chat helpful this time?
They're double checking. They're fact checking themselves. Chat is well trained.
This reminds me a lot of From the Depths, the strategy, the ship design, the themes. I don't think I've played From the Depths.
100 goes only on the bear. Yeah, I was thinking the walrus didn't seem like a vehicle that would bear a 100mm cannon on it, but yeah, the bear can take the 100mm and the 120mm. That's what the heavy vehicle is for. But that would be amazing to have a vehicle that can bring its own artillery.
Oh yeah. I don't think our albatross has been spotted yet, which is cool. I'm not sure how low it can get before being spotted, but it is still completely stealthed.
Rapper chat, this is your chance to get the answer before Etal chat does. What are the ranges?
Not even trying.
On AA weaponry. How low can you go before you have to worry about them even trying to shoot you?